Hello, 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 hello. What is that sailor doing there? Oogling those cat girls. Anyways, hello. Welcome once again to a Prog Reborn. My name is M. Kostler. This is my progression style playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know what it means to have a progression style playthrough, well, you can always check out the link to the introduction video in the description below, or you can type an exclamation point intro if you happen to be in live chat. You get that same link from our friendly bot here. If you'd like to know when I go live for these things, because I don't really have a set schedule, easiest and best way is to just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But you can also join the community Discord. I will post go live notifications on there as well. If I could type Discord correctly, I could then give that example. Let me let the train go by. If you're in the live chat, you can also type in exclamation point Discord for a link to the community Discord. That link is also in the video description below the live stream and VOD. Finally, this is not a first time playthrough. My main character has played through the game before, and it's up to 6.55, which is the latest patch as of this recording. So if you're worried at all about any sort of spoilers at all, I may or may not bring them up with or without warning for anything that's available in the game, anything that might be related to Dawn Trail that we already know, any supplemental material, any sort of spoilers. If you're worried about that at all, this is your opportunity to scoot on out. So it's another gathering and crafting, all that jazz day. We've got quite a bit to do. I've got this fishing quest to pick up. And then there are 3 crafting jobs that I need to pick up here in Limsa while I'm here. The Culinarians Guild, the Armorers Guild, and the Blacksmiths Guild. And then we're going to sort of do the routine that we've been doing recently, which has just been grinding up those supply missions for the majority of our experience here. So let's go ahead and get that started. That's going to take up most of the time here. So let's give a chat with Sissy Poo over here. Sissy Poo would send you to Fanland to aid Tuxtix once more. Right, we read this and we decided to get against starting it last time we were streaming. Your goblin friendly friend was looking for you earlier and was hoping you'd make his fishiest fantasies come true. He recalled a dish that tickled his fancy some years ago, and now needs to procure the necessary fish for him. This desert catfish, as it is apparently called, is indigenous to, and this is the truly mind-boggling part, the desert of all places. Tuxtix spoke of a trapper named Ugoromuli, who fished one out of Forgotten Springs in the southern reaches of Thanalan. If you want that catfish, you'd best go and speak with her. Okay, before we leave, let's go ahead and head to the Culinarians Guild. We can pick this bad boy up. I beg your pardons, good sir, but this is the Culinarians Guild. If you're here to dine at the Bismarck, one of our waiters will be along shortly to show you your... Oh, you're not a patron? Might I assume then that you wish to become a culinarian? If so, I wholeheartedly recommend you join the Culinarians Guild, where one may learn the culinary arts under the finest chefs in all the realm. What say you? Sure. Wonderful. Then, without further ado, I shall acquaint you with the history of our guild. This is a feller. As you are doubtlessly aware, Limsa has long been the gastronomic capital of Eorzea. The city's rich cultural tradition is the product of a unique combination of factors. The first is our proximity to the fertile lands and plentiful seas of Vilbrand, which has ever yielded bounteous produce. The second is our standing as the realm's foremost trading point, which grants us access to not only exotic ingredients from faraway shores, but also to foreign merchants versed in their use. We are, in short, the beneficiaries of culinary knowledge from every corner of the world. Until recently, knowledge of this kind was passed solely through word of mouth, and was therefore susceptible to corruption and loss. But all that changed when one man made it his mission to catalog every recipe of note. His name was Admiral Ghoul Bald, also known as Mast Cleaver. Man's love for fine cuisine was such that, at sea, he would regularly spend as much time preparing meals in the galley as giving commands on the bridge. It was none other than he who founded the Culinarians Guild, codified cooking method. Codified cooking methodology, okay. Today, the guild carries on Bald's legacy, though the scope of our endeavors has expanded significantly. Not content with simply preserving existing recipes, we labor tirelessly to devise wholly novel culinary creations with which to delight the senses. To this end, our doors are open to folk from all walks of life, including adventurers such as your good self. One may liken our guild to a great pot of stew, and each member to an ingredient imparting a unique flavor. As with every dish, however, adding ingredients willy-nilly is certain to spoil the taste. Before you may take your place in the pot, you must be deemed a worthwhile addition by Guildmaster Lim, a man whose passion for cookery burns hotter than any oven. For troubling him, I must warn you that ours is a truly sweltering kitchen. As such, you would be well advised to ask yourself, can I stand the heat? If you earnestly believe that you can, speak to me once more, and I shall be glad to guide you through the enrollment process. So, have you resolved to walk the path of the culinarian? Wonderful, then you must speak to Guildmaster Lin at once. This may come as no surprise, but he is the finest chef in Limsa. His skill and dedication are second to none. You'll find the Guildmaster up the stairs yonder, keeping a watchful eye on his charges. Impress upon him your desire to learn, and he will surely find a place for you in his stew. By which I mean the guild. It's the Guildmaster, peering over the edge. Well met, adventurer. I take it you want to join our guild? Let's have a good look at you. What an underfed whelp. What's an underfed whelp like you know about cooking? Just by them scrawny arms of yours, you'd struggle to lift a spoon, never mind a skillet. I jest. I don't take muscle. It don't take muscle to be a culinarian. Else, it don't even take talent, at least not on its own. No, son, more than anything else, becoming a good cook boils down to passion. Got that, then there ain't nothing ye can't achieve. So tell me, have ye got it? That's the spirit. Now your passion for culinary arts is plain to see. You'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. Why, if mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd have already finished the soup. Make no mistake, our trade's as tough as mutton, and passion's the only thing what gets us through the grisly bits. But enough talk. What do you call yourself? Well then, M, welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present ye with your very own skillet. To look at, but it'll more than serve a novice like yourself. Now then, let's see whether ye can tell which end's which. I know I said you'd struggle to lift a spoon, but you won me over. Now, show me ye can hold a skillet, and I'll get ye started on your first task. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Skillet. Recommended. Culinarian. Reassign gear. Perfect. It's to assign you your first task. I see you're holding the skill the right way around. Good. The culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Get that into your head before you do aught else, and your food will look like shite and taste worse. Now let's see what you can do. For starters, I want you to make me maple syrup using your skillet. It's as simple as they come. You need only two things: maple sap and a fire shard. Gossie sells sap over at the counter. Now, time's a wasting, so get to work. I don't pay to keep folk waiting in our trade. Sure. Instead of going there, we're gonna go first to... We need syrup, which means sap. We already have sap. We don't. Mind then. Jossie. How much do I need? Just need one. What do I need for here? Boiled egg. Where is the maple sap? There. For boiled egg, I need mineral water and a chicken egg. I have one chicken egg. No mineral water. And how much do I need? 3 of them. They make 3 at a time, so I just need 1 chicken egg and 1 mineral water. Chicken egg. And just distilled water. Where do you get mineral water? There's mineral water. Maple sap first. Before we make the other thing, like we did last time, we're going to try and get to level 5 first, so we get the high quality up turn in. And the 7 hours are you waiting for? I told you to make me maple syrup, didn't I? A sweet dark liquor made by boiling down maple sap. Maple syrup's ready, is it? I believe the time. See how it tastes then. Oh, this ain't bad. Flavor's alright. Consistency's nearly there. Sure, the damn sight better than a lot of novices manage. As you probably know, maple syrup's one of the most popular sweeteners around. A key ingredient in all manners of cakes and treats. What you didn't know is that boiling the stuff gets ye maple sugar, a different sweetener with different uses. It just goes to show even the simplest ingredients can have hidden complexities. And I said earlier that a culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Well, that's just the half of it. He also needs to know his ingredients, and that's something only comes with experience. Keep your nose to the stove and report back when you're ripe for another task. Need to do one more, so I'll do... I've already got rock salt. Now, we can make my boiled egg. Have it be high quality. Uh-oh. Might not make it. I get for Not switching out my gear. More water and a chicken egg. That should do it. 3 here. That's a sick stove. Finish up with this quest. Lynn wants you to cook for a fellow culinarian. You've come at a good time, Em. Just so happens I need your help with something. One of our chefs buggered up an order a bit ago, and he's been down in the dumps ever since. Ingham's his name. Joined the guild a few moons before you did. Determined lad, but don't take failure too well. In your road, can't have him crying in his soup. Plays havoc with the season, see? So I want you to try to cheer him up. And there's not like a good meal to take a man's mind off his many failings. A nice bit of grilled trout should do the trick. It's one of his favorites. If he was to cook him up or play that, I reckon he'd find the experience highly motivating. Main ingredient, Princess Trout, can be had in the Hallion. As for Ingham, you'll find him working in the kitchen. Prepare the dish and take it to him. Happy growing. We need grilled trout. We have Princess Trout. Do other one of our retainers. Go ahead and pair up. Okay. Gotcha. That is the FF11 collab. So we need Princess Trout, and you're on the other. You're in Seagorp. Trout right here. Just need one of them. I don't get any additional experience for doing it high quality, so just do regular. Level 4 there from Chloe. Check that. Check my phone real quick. 1 second. False alarm. What is it? A grilled trout for me? Oh yes, I am quite fond of the dish, but what have I done to deserve it? A fresh princess trout sprinkled with salt and grilled over an open flame. Guildmaster thought it would cheer me up, you say? Well, meaning though you may be, food is not the solution to every woe. Come, let's see your handiwork. It is my duty as your senior to give you counsel, after all. Surely not. You made this? Truly? Aroma. It's delightful. And the skin, ever so slightly charred, just as it should be. Will save me the thought of sinking my teeth into that crispy layer, tasting the tender flesh beneath. Beg pardons. As I was saying, this is quite impressive. In fact, I doubt even the Guildmaster will be able to fault it. Trust me, I know. But I don't understand it. You've been here scarcely long enough to learn syrup making, yet you're already capable of this? You know how long it took me to achieve the same? 6 bleeding moons. Am I so utterly devoid of talent? Oh, I will not be outdone by a mere novice. I refuse to be outdone. My apologies. I thank you for the trout and would have you accept this knife from me. Ugh. Stab you in the gut. Used in conjunction with your skillet and your cooking experience will be much enhanced. Do not mistake it for a gift. It is a payment for the trout, nothing more. Besides, it would give me no pleasure to get the better of a man who wasn't properly equipped. Now leave me be, I have stock to take. We already have the bandana. We have everything that we could. Our various other crafting adventures. Aft Castle, I think, is the closest we can get. Down a hammer and bring you in from the street, lad. Well, that's the fun. It's well that you find the din inviting, for the Armorer's Guild is not the place for quiet reverie. The clangor of metal striking metal as music to your ears may have you the spirit of a shipwright. If you're of mind to join our guild, take it from me, lad, there's no greater joy than working a shapeless lump of iron into a shining breastplate with your own hands. What say you? Well said, lad. Now we should cover a bit of guild history for forging ahead with the formalities. The armorer's craft is an offshoot of blacksmithing. Time was when armorers and smithies were one and the same. As the years trickled by, the techniques for working sheet metal into armor plates became a specialized trade. The smithies who showed uncommon skill and passion for this trade earned themselves the title of armorer. Now, as you probably can imagine, the skills necessary for making armor are also needed for shipbuilding. Building ships is a bit harder than knocking out simple helms, which led those armorers who were good enough to work on boats to claim the title of shipwright. Of course, something armorers, blacksmiths, and shipwright armorers. But it was quite another calling shipwrights blacksmiths, because building a ship and making a hatchet couldn't be far more different. What'd you say? Building the ship's a bit harder than knocking out simple helms. With the armorers good enough to work on the boat, the title's called a shipwright. Of course, it's one thing calling armorers blacksmiths and the shipwrights armorers. Okay, sure. It seems as though a line needed drawing, and seeing as how Limsa was built on the strength of her navy, you can imagine why the armorers chose to cut their ties with the smithies and establish a guild of their own. As for the smithies, well, the whole notion of an independent armorers guild never did sit well with them, and there's been a fair old rivalry between our two factions ever since. Always trying to outdo each other, we are. Which is why we're ever on lookout for new talent to help us keep the smithy bastards in their place. All you need to do is impress the Forge Master, and we can start you on your training. Be warned, Forge Master Naza's tongue could strip the scales off of fishbacks at 40 paces. Saying that, you won't find a fairer mistress on this side of the Strait of Melthor. Let me know when you've mustered the courage to speak with her, and I'll see to the rest. Your mind's made up? Ready to throw your lot in with those armorers? I think I'm going to use the same voice for her. It's time you made yourself known to the Forge Master. It's no empty title, by the way. Naza's a renowned shipwright and one of the finest crafters in Limsa. Head outside and you'll find her blistering the skin of our newest initiates. Another inspiring armor, are you? Welcome, I'm Naza, Forge Master for this guild. I take it Wanako has explained to you the history and nature of our craft. Good. I have little to add on that front, save this. The life of an armorer is not an easy one. Day after day, you'll pit flesh and blood against iron and flame. Without a passion for the forge, you will fail. Passion alone will not make an armorer of you. To truly master the craft, you must be possessed of a will as unyielding as the metals you work. And what lies before you, have you the fortitude to persevere? So you have no fear of hard work. As well, consider your request to join the guild approved. If you ever give me aught less than your best, you'll be out the door before you realize my boot is connected with your backside. Are we clear on that? Good. Now that we understand each other, let us begin with the basics. What's your name? M? Very well, M. This tool is called a doming hammer. Here, grip it firmly, note its weight. Let me know when you feel comfortable with it in your hand, and I'll tell you if you're holding it properly. Cool. Hammer. Then armorer. Forge Master Hanaza wishes to see what use you can make of your new doming hammer. Ah, yes, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were an armorer, Em. Of course, I do know better. Until you craft something with that hammer of yours, you'll look like a babe with a rattle to me, and I have no intention of mothering you. Make no mistake, I mean to shape you into an artisan, however hard I have to pound. Save your sweat for the forge, lad. I don't expect you to fashion full suits of plate on the very first day. Just pay close attention to my instructions, be diligent in your work, and the skill will come in due time. Now, let's be about your first lesson, shall we? I want you to take your hammer and make me a bronze ingot. Mundane task, I grant you, but one which every armorer must master. Bronze, you see, is the most basic material of the craft, and bronze ingots are its building blocks. Not the strongest of alloys, of course, but it's that very quality that makes bronze so easy to shape. Metal of choice for a novice armorer. To forge your ingot, you'll need to procure 2 chunks of copper ore, a chunk of tin ore, and an ice shard. Ice shard. The ore can be purchased from Somme, right here in the guild. The ice shard you'll have to find on your own. Well, what are you waiting for? Me to swing your arm for you? Mayhap you would have me swing my boot. Almost certainly have both of these at... Got it there. What about the tin? Yep, we got both. Our way downtown, walking fast. What do you need? You need a bronze alembic. I'm gonna pick up all of it because I'm pretty sure it's the exact same thing for for the Blacksmith's Guild. An alembic, bronze rivets, bronze ingot. Craft that bronze ingot. Need, how many of these do I need? Need a bronze plate. 3 more ingots. One more for the actual turn-in. And we need the alembic. Well, first we need to make the plate. Alembic. Have Master's Mend. 30. Kind of used up all of our copper there, so we're probably gonna need to buy some for the blacksmith's quests. Forget which one. You must be the actually I don't know who's the guild master for, oh, this fella. Where's that bronze ingot I asked for? Can't find the ore yourself. Try speaking with Soam here at the guild. Completed your first task, have you? Well, then let's have a look at this ingot. So this is the sort of quality I can expect from you, is it? For novice armor, it's excellent work. Excellent, well done, Em. The key to making good bronze is judging the ratio of copper to tin. Too much tin, the alloy becomes harder, but also more brittle. Not the sort of material when protecting your vital organs. Lest you forget, quality is a matter of life and death in our craft. That's why we teach our initiates the ideal metallurgical composition of every item we forge. Not that all are quick to learn. There are some who seem destined to produce mediocre results, however painstakingly the processes are explained. Think the builder, you're not one of them. Please say that your ingot would fetch a decent price in the markets. But do not let this first success make you complacent. A single bad helm will lose you more trust than 100 good ones will, because bad armor means dead men. It's not enough that your work be good. It must needs be consistently good. And achieving that consistency requires discipline and long hours of crafting the same item over and over again and again. This means a mountain of bronze ingots in your dreams, bronze ingots till the process is so ingrained that you wake up and find that your pillow is an ingot you made in your sleep. When you feel you have learned all you can from forging bronze ingots, seek me out and I will find you something else to craft. May the builder guide your hand, Em. Oh, it gave me a bunch of copper, I think. Forge Master Hanaza seeks your assistance in fulfilling a customer's order. I take it you are now intimate with every aspect of the bronze ingots production. Good, then you can assist us in a pressing matter. Seems one of our younger members, Swithin, accepted an order which he could struggle to fulfill in thrice the time he promised. While I am tempted to let him squeal under the weight of his own ambition, the guild is not in the habit of delivering late. Several veteran armorers have volunteered their services, but I would like you to assist in this matter. On the one hand, you'll be helping to spare the guild unnecessary embarrassment, and on the other, you would have deepened your understanding of the craft. The builder could not have planned it better. With your part in this endeavor, you're to craft 3 bronze hoplins. You need bronze plate and maple lumber to make the shields. While we're on the subject, how have you been acquiring your materials? Markets are a reliable source, but have you considered making an arrangement with a miner or a botanist? As you would have gleaned, the craft calls for near constant supply of copper and tin, both of which are commonly mined in the region of Fanland. Should your purse grow too light for comfort, there's a little to stop you taking up a pickaxe yourself. For the time being, however, I want you to concentrate on honing your skills as an armorer. With the fundamentals under your belt, hoplins shouldn't prove too challenging. But do not fall into the trap of complacency. A poorly wrought shield is worse than no shield at all. You craft, however simple, must reflect the utmost attention to detail. Make the guild proud, Em. So I have one already, I assume from Gladiator. So make hoplins. I need lumber. Do I have lumber? I don't have lumber, but I probably have maple logs. So how much do I need? I just need 1. So I need 2. So let's make my switch to carpenter. Two of these. To switch back to armorer. Make some bronze plate. I need 4 bronze ingots. No, I need 8. 2 of these. Yeah, I need 8 bronze ingots. Four. Buy some more tin. Need 4 of these. I have just any ingots? No, other than the ones that I just made. Keep knocking my mic. Guys. Plate. And finally to make 2 other hoplins here. How fare you with your task? Have those 3 hoplins for me. Impressive. You've managed to balance the conflicting requirements of sturdiness and portability, much as you balance hardness and malleability in your first task. Bronze plate is securely fitted and should weather the most vicious blows without becoming dislodged. And more importantly, your work was swift and sure. An armorer has lost a sale due to late delivery. Rightly so, customers' need for armor is invariably pressing, and its absence is likely to be sorely felt. Given the stakes, a reputation for reliability can mean handsome profits, especially at a time when the maelstrom is seeking armorers to outfit its ever-expanding ranks. It is all we can do to keep pace with the Grand Company's orders for equipment. That's why every member of our guild must support the next, much as the Warriors of Eld supported their fellows in the Phalanx with their shields. Though you have but recently begun your training, a man of your natural talents belongs on the front line. Time has come for you to learn the use of another weapon in the armorer's arsenal. Specifically, pliers. Take this pair and try using them in combination with your hammer. Feel strange at first, but persist and you will find that your work proceeds a damn sight more smoothly. I think you've mastered the pliers. I want to see the results of your dedication. Until then, Em. Bum, bum, bum. Cool. Riddle of steel. I guess we already have it open. Let's go ahead and do it. Forge Master Naza wants you to assist a novice armorer who's struggling with the basics of the craft. I am just the lad I was hoping to see. I have a new initiate that's near exhausted my reserves of patience, and I think she would benefit from seeing the results of a peer's dedication and skill, specifically yours. Her name is Grenay, and Builder help me, she's the most distracted, fumble-fingered craftswoman ever to lift a hammer. She could but learn to forge the simplest of items without constant supervision. I consider it a rare victory. It is unfortunate that Beauregard did not see fit to invest all of my armorers with your innate talents. But I suppose we must all start somewhere. If I abandon every initiate that was slow to grasp a technique, our guild would have a grand total of what? 9 members? We have 10. Yes, but 'twould be few enough for our clients in the Maelstrom to have to share breastplates. What say you, Em? You need only craft a dozen sheets of bronze plate to supplement Grenay's own. They are ready. I want you to deliver them to the lass in person. Maybe your example will inspire her to take more care with her work. 12 sheets of bronze plate. Ugh, so that means I need 24 ingots. Means I need 48 copper ore, and I have 14 right now. So I need 34. Oh no, I don't want to talk to you. Just tell me to bugger off. I have 14 now, so I need 34 copper ore. 48. And I have none here, so I need 24, I think. Just half. Luckily, they gave me quick synthesis, so... One of the annoyances of quick synthesis we just saw there that I had, I can extract some materia from something. Unless I want to end this and take all that time to set it up. Plate. Start with this one. Oh, we do quick synthesis. Use high quality materials. Synthesize. Wheel. Saw anything else? Oh, Yums BM. The Guildmaster told me you'd be... Where did I put my hammer? Ah, there it is. Sorry. What were you saying? Right, yes. I would be most grateful for the extra sheets of bronze plate. Gods. Did you craft these yourself? They're absolutely... Well, nearly dropped them. No harm done, though. As I was saying, I can certainly see why the Forge Master speaks so highly of your work. The bronze is the perfect color and thickness, so I assume you carefully measured out the amount of tin and copper. At least had too much tin. Do you know that metal can shatter? Well, I didn't. Truth be told, I've tended to put all my effort into making the armor itself rather than bothering with the base materials. I mean, compared to hammering out glorious winged helms or ornate greaves, measuring out metals seems so... trivial. But looking at your work, I'm beginning to wonder. Realize how beautiful a simple sheet of bronze could be. Materials like these, just imagine the sturdy, shiny suits of armor one might create. Seems I've been putting the cart before the chocobo. From this moment onwards, I swear to focus all my attention and care on the task at hand. The task at hand is forging bronze ingots. And what of you, Em? Do you have any grand projects waiting for you on the anvil? I overheard some of the senior armorers boasting about the coin they made through tradecraft leaves. Might that be something you'd consider? They say that Mockery over at the Drowning Winch is the one to talk to, and that's where I'll be heading once I improve my technique. Where did I put that hammer? Oh. metallurgy. Now for the blacksmith side. Unless you're blind and deaf, I presume you've wandered into the forge of your own accord, drawn by the siren song of our smithy's hammers, no doubt. And these here hallowed halls, Limsa's finest pound metal into all manner of tools and weapons. When I say Limsa's, I mean the whole bloody realms. Make no mistake, you need more than a big arm to join our ranks. If you've got iron in your veins and the builder's blessing, speak up. Well, you're not short on confidence, but do you truly know what you're getting yourself into here, lad? Ours is a trade born of blood and brine. For as long as pirates have sailed the Rotano, smithies have forged their weapons and fitted their ships from keel to cannon. Of course, till sea swallows all ain't just an idle saying. Brine eat through even the stoutest iron given time. And our forebears long struggled to forge more rust-resistant alloys. Luckily for us, the smithies of Eld were a determined bunch, and clever too. When they learned that the kobolds knew something of advanced metallurgy, the smithies set out to make it their own. Thanks to the kobolds' wisdom, which they generously gifted us only with the merest hint of pirately prompting, the Minson Smithin came on leaps and bounds. 'Twasn't long before the Gridanians and Old Dons started eyeing our knowledge like we did the kobolds, though. So some 150-odd years ago, two particularly forward-thinking men named Theor Naldik and Bryce Vimelli had the bright idea of establishing a respectable business. Being fair-minded fellows, they'd sell their wares to anyone who had the coin, pirates and foreigners included. Folks weren't inclined to pay. They made sure to remind them that we hadn't completely forsaken our pirate ways. Times have changed, though, and we're a wee bit more willing to share our wisdom these days. The company's been running the blacksmiths and armorers guilds for years now, welcoming any soul with the necessary talent and will to work. As to whether you've got enough of either, well, that's for the Forge Master to decide. Speak to me when you're ready to present yourself to him. So what'll it be? Reckon you've got what it takes to train with the best God's damn blacksmith in the realm? Ha! That's the spirit. If you'd taken any longer to decide, I'd have told you to bugger off no matter what ye said. Can't have half-arsed adventurers wasting Forge Master Brithail's precious time, see? He's got lots of irons in the fire. That's why me and the other lads made a point of keeping idlers, imbeciles, and otherwise unqualified from getting in his way. Any road, it's time ye went and paid respects to the man. He's the one over yonder making a face like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Just like before, I'm going to use this voice as well. This one's a lot harder than the other one to get out, though. About time Randolph sent me a new recruit. It's been too long. I'm Brithail, Forge Master of the Blacksmiths Guild. You're aiming to become a smithy worth the name. It will be my great pleasure to educate ye on the finer points of the craft. Oh, and the rest of these sour-faced bastards tell ye it's hard, grueling work fit for only the best and brightest. But I say put a hammer in the hands of the willing and see what happens. And what did ye say then, lad? Will ye swing a hammer for old Brithel? Ha! I knew I'd liked you the moment I said what did you say your name was again? M Progression. A name fit for a hero if I ever heard one. In fact, I reckon I did hear it in a bard's song once. Was it in that poor sod cursing in his cups at the winch? Bah, don't matter if it was saving the world or bedding someone's mother. It's time to forge yourself a new reputation, pound out a new legend, and trust old Brithel to help you do it. I'm cracking myself up with this voice. There I go, putting the cart before the chocobo. Here, lad, take this cross-peen hammer. Smithy without a hammer is like me without a drink. Bloody useless. Well, don't just go standing there gawping at her. Take her in your hands and have a few practice swings, whatever your fancy. She's all yours now. Ah, what I wouldn't give to be you right now, lad. A Smithy never forgets his first hammer. Alright, now we gotta do the cross-peen hammer. Efficient, I must be here. 1,000 of these things. Return to inventory, return to inventory. Return to inventory. Forge Master Bertheo wishes to see how well you can handle your new hammer. Now there's a beautiful sight. Never forget a Smithy's hammer is his one true love. Friends will betray ye, lovers will leave ye, but your hammer never do you wrong. God, seeing you standing there reminds me of a less ale-sodden version of my younger self. But on to your task. We ain't a congregation of soft-handed scholarlies here. Smitty's learn by doing. Try your hand at making a bronze ingot. Any Smitty word is salt that's got to master the fundamentals. You can't get any more fundamental than that. It ain't complicated. Bronze is just copper and tin melted down and mixed together. So you'll be needing, that's it, copper and tin ore. And seeing as most folk don't carry the stuff like that around with them without reason, Smid outside can provide you with some, for a price that is. What the lads can't sell you, is a fire shard you'll need. It ain't complicated, but that don't mean it's easy. Melt the metals after all, and to do that you need to get them hotter than a flame-kissed whore's crotch. And that's all there is to it. You think you can handle it, lad? Not you. Two ore. 110. Remember, to make a bronze ingot, all you need is copper, tin, and a fire shard. Smid can sell you the ore, but you'll have to find the shard on your own. Of course, I'm telling you this on the assumption you've still got to do the job. If you've done it already, show us your work for God's sakes. You're all right, lad. Better than that, even. You sure you ain't done this before? 'Cause honestly, this ain't what you'd expect from an adventurer fresh off the street. I think ye be a bleeding natural, lad. Takes just the right balance of metals to produce bronze suitable for weapons and tools. This ingot you've made me, lad, it's on par with them as our veterans produce. You can take this down to Hawker's Alley and find a buyer in no time. Beer God's watching over you, no, ain't no doubt about it. You've got talent, lad. Just don't let it go to your head. I've seen plenty of folk get drunk on early success, only to puke their guts up later because they forgot that talent's worth bugger all without hard work and dedication. I'll tell you what, keep it simple for now, lad. Practice the fundamentals until you can smell bronze in your sleep. Gain the kind of confidence that only comes with experience. Come back and I'll teach you something new. Oh. Right, and then what do you need? You need a hatchet. We already have one, but we want a... high quality one. Bronze hatchet requires what? Hatchet. Where's bronze hatchet? There it is. Bronze ingot and maple lumber. Our lumber again. Carpenter. Let's switch back to blacksmith. Ingot. God, it's not this idiot. It's not like every other guild where the supplier is right next to him. Let me make another ingot. I'd like to hit level 5 first, so I get basic touch. Then we can do the hatchet. I have to try to get lucky here. Oh, no, it was only 100. Forge Master Berthel would like to evaluate your progress. Praise the builder, I was afraid you might have joined up with another crew. The thought of it pained me so much I was down at the winch till the morning bells I was. But here you are, still brimming with potential, and with some extra meat on your smithing arm if my eyes don't deceive me. So, something new. Of course, how could I forget? In progression, I bid you craft 3 bronze cross-peen hammers, just like the ones all our apprentice smithies use. For this, you'll need bronze, maple lumber, and hempen cloth. Now, I know making the bronze won't pose you much trouble, but allow me to offer you a bit of advice regarding the materials. If you want to save yourself some coin, you might consider mining your own bronze and tin out in the wilds. If that don't tickle your fancy, you might consider whacking the old goblin till it stops moving. They lug or around with them, see? That ain't as if swinging a sword's all that different from pounding a lump of metal into shape, is it? At the end of the day, though, how you go about getting the bits and pieces don't matter to me. I just want to see if you can make a decent hammer. Do what needs doing and come back when it's done. So what do they need? Crosspeen hammer, crosspeen. Undyed hempen cloth. We don't have weaver yet, so I think we have to buy it. I swear to God. How much do we need? 3 of these. Make the maple lumber. Lumberg. Right, now back to blacksmith. More ingots, so more tin ore. I like how all the abilities that I have that would react to quality or react to being the first thing that I use highlight even though I don't know them. Where are them hammers I asked for, lad? Seems last time weren't no fluke. This here's some impressive work, lad. Now, a layman might look at this and think you just stuck a piece of bronze on a maple stick, but you've done a damn sight more than that, whether you know it or not. Hammer's a tool after all, and the head's gotta grip the shaft for 10,000 strikes. What's more, when a smithy's pounding a red-hot piece of metal, his hammer takes up some of the heat and swells a touch. Which ain't much a problem unless it's a poorly made piece of shite. Take it from me, lad. There's a few things more embarrassing than flinging a glowing hammer head over your shoulder straight into the eye of your newest apprentice, even if he did eventually get his sight back. I reckon your hammers won't lead to any incidents like that. In short, I'm happy with what you've done. Now I'll spare us both the "don't rest on your laurels" speech if it's all the same to you. Stating the bleeding obvious is best done with a drink in your hand, I find. But well done, any road. Here you'll be needing this. A hammer suffice for simple smithing. Complex jobs call for a more delicate touch. What a file gives you. Using one alongside your hammer make your life a good deal easier, whatever you're crafting. Try smithing something simple, I guarantee you'll see the difference. And when you've done that, do it again. I might want you to practice till you can wield that file as well as your hammer. Got a hang of it. Come back here for another task. Sure. Right, all that stuff. What you need. Thing to pull from there? No. Alright, and then what did we need for you? We needed a hatchet, which we already did. For leather worker, we need amateur duck bills. Amateur duck bills. Amateur headgear. Duck bills. That requires hard leather. Don't have, but we can make hard leather with animal hide. Do have. What was the... That's it. Let me switch over to leather worker. I need undyed hempen cloth, which I need to go back and buy. I think it was here. Froggies. That's raptor skin. There's animal hide. Cool. And how many of those do I need? Just needed the one. Buy that hempen cloth. Oh, I need to click that one. Just a guarantee. Anything else? Round shield. Round shield. Over to carpenter. Carpenter, round shield, maple lumber, bronze rivets, and bronze ingots. So we need rivets. Rivets require, sorry, rivets, this one. Require 1 bronze ingot, so I need 3 bronze ingots. 3 tin ore. Switch over to blacksmith. Cool. Switch back over to carpenter. Make thing of maple lumber. Round shield. Ink. Just to make sure. What's that? Mr. Mend. Look, see real quick. Okay. Wyvern Obsidian. Welwick Wood and Eastern Fanland. Eastern Fanland. Woods on the other side over here. Which do I need? Need 10 of this. Let's get that one. I think this is the same fish that we're gonna try and find here. Doesn't count as Welwick Wood. Of this, so far we have 4. Square, nope. Six. Over here, saltpeter. It's a bot. The MSQs are, you saw the raging strikes down there. Now I imagine this is where they want us to go. Friend of toxic, you say? Friend of toxics, you say? Sure, dune fished my fair share of desert catfish. Eat them though, not that much. Only ever used them as sandworm bait. Thought of eating desert catfish hasn't occurred to me until the goblin devoured it before my eyes. So I touched them myself. Different fish for different folk, as they say. No problem fishing them out though. Can't even tell you how it's done. Just comes down to the right bait in the right place. Nothing to it really. Easy as dropping a line with some sand leeches at the fishing hole east of Birgot's Strike near the Amalja encampment. Not the same as sea fishing here in the dunes, mind you. Well, test if you're real out there. Trick is to hold on when it flails. It takes 1 to make a day's haul. Good hunting. So I need, what they say, Right bait. Sand leeches. Do I already have sand leeches? Spoonworm. Minnow. Sure, I can buy some right over here. Sand leeches. Let's get 10 of them. Up. Sand leech. Said it's near the Amalja encampment by Birgat Strike. Just being off the side over here. Like it. Storm Rider. Snaggin's like a way to catch non-fish. Catfish. Let me go look up where we can get this sand fish. Sand fish. Probably right over here, but let's just double check. Dune fishing in the Sagoli Desert. Is this what the... No, this is Sagoli Dunes. Southern Fanland 1235 is what it's saying. 35 is 12. 35 side of the desert here. So want these sand leeches. Sandfish. There we go. Righty. Start by heading back to Lenosha. Fishbringer find tasty fresh fish cat in Shandyland for friendly fiend Toxtic. A large variety of air-breathing catfish. Its near frictionless scales allow it to swim through the desert as a normal fish would through the water. Toxtic is Thanksgiving to Fishbringer for lip-smacking Fishcat. Fishcat nose strings make for strengthful satchel strands. Oxsticks trades tongue flaps with Lin for fancy cooking of Fishcat in Bismarck. Lin only fancy cooks after shoplock because of strengthful Fishcat odor. Fishbringer makes Toxtic one happy gobby. Doublet. Hat. Gather. Let's go with those. Cool. And we're going to head back to Gridania and turn in all these turn-ins here. $35 for minor. $40 for Fisher. $15 for Carpenter. Ain't anything there. There. Did gain for Leatherworker. And level for Culinarian. Cool. Alright, I think that's going to do it for me today. All that stuff takes quite a bit of time, so we're going to be at this for a while. But we are making our levels relatively quickly. But I think we're probably going to outpace, by doing these provision turn-ins, we're probably going to outpace the actual quests, so we're going to end up having to catch up on the quest leveling. We don't actually get... You do eventually unlock things by doing the level quests, but it's not as tied to it until much later, so you're not missing out by catching back up on the actual class and job quests until the end. So yeah, gonna be at this for a little bit, but yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the way out, be greatly appreciative. If you'd like to know the next time that I do go live, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel or hop into the community Discord. Be great having you. And yeah, gonna be more of this for the foreseeable future. Just quick little streams. Don't expect these to be the most exciting ventures out there, but I said I would do it, and I'm gonna do it. I'll see you next time I see you.